Next film that we have is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. And I'll go first on this one, Pete.
Sure.
So this one I would say definitely kind of outdid my expectations again. Again, I think going in this week, none of us were extremely excited to watch all these films. I'd probably
put to that point of the year, right? Like after the summer and before the holiday season, where the studios just kind of throw all of their movies that they didn't want to really promote, right? So these are all hit or miss.
Yeah, I would probably even say Gran Turismo, or I'm sorry, Heart of Stone was maybe my number one going into it, just because it's it's action film, it's Netflix, they've been spending a lot of money, and Gal Gadot, like, okay, this could be cool. But Voyage of the Meter, man, I like how it was done. Sometimes the trailer kind of made it look like it's just a kind of a pure, almost horror film, and it's really not. I think that's again a misrepresentation of what this film really is. This is a historical.
Yeah, it's a period piece for sure.
It's a period piece. It's obviously, this is Dracula and the origins of Dracula, and and so they did again, like, the production design I thought was pretty good, and like it was really kind of entertaining, to kind of see this story unfold, and like what's happening, why, all that good stuff. Because obviously when you're already dealing with a character that you're familiar with, there's some things you already know, but you just don't know how it's going to kind of happen. And so that's kind of what this film is. A little bit more of I don't want to say a mystery, because it's not a mystery, but you're still kind of going along with the characters, kind of figure out like what's happening on this ship. And so, I think the only real issue I had with this film, was I just didn't think it was tough enough. Like but at the end of the day, it's like I kind of know what I'm watching, and I think it worked. I think, again, for this story, again, it's like I saw a review that they called this the Rogue One of Dracula.
Stop that. There's just no way. There's no way.
This is not that. It's
Rogue One. When Rogue One came out, let's put this into some real historical context. When Rogue One came out, nobody thought that it was going to even be what that movie was, which was revolutionary in like the Star Wars universe. The Rogue One came out, and you're like, oh my God, here's some real potential for this already amazing IP. This movie is not that. Now, there's some real positives of this film. One of them being Corey Hawkins, who plays the Doctor. Like his character and his performance is the highlight of this film. Sure. Liam Cunningham, who plays the captain, is always solid. Like, this is an actor. If you don't know who he is, look him up.
Titanic captain, right?
He comes in. No, he's not the Titanic captain. But this guy comes into every role and just delivers everything about it. And yes, this period piece was really well done. The premise behind it being this tiny piece of the Bram Stoker's Dracula that we've all seen with Keanu Reeves and Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder. And for me, it's up there with a lot of my favorite movies. I could put it in my top 100 films of all time because I thought it was that good. This is taking a snippet, like a minute sequence from that movie, and turning it into an actual movie. And the premise behind it is legitimate for a movie. I think where this film sort of falls away from making it a really great film is that Dracula, his terror and the thing that makes him as a character very scary is the fact that he can be human and you don't know who he is. And the fact that Dracula in this movie was always a creature and was always sort of lurking, it sort of took away a lot of that fear that could have been in this movie that you got with Bram Stoker's Dracula and any other iteration of Dracula, even the old Draculas from like the 30s and whatever. There was a human element that made it even more scary, right?
Yeah.
This didn't have that at all. However, it was really well done. It was well shot. I thought the music was intense. The acting is really good.
Yeah.
It's a good watch. I just think it just could have done something a little bit more
Yep. I agree 100%.
to really be incredible.